Well, I want to get onto a topic here that's probably going to be, in my opinion, probably the most important video ever made in some ways, or at least the most important information you're ever going to hear, ever, anywhere. With that said, that's really leading you up to something, and I don't think I'm going to let you down. I know a lot of people know about Hillary Clinton. I know her supporters are like, they support her no matter what. I don't know what they're blind to. Maybe they're just screwed up. I don't know, but I don't even want to make this a political message or anything like that, because I don't like Republicans either, but I don't like a lot of politicians, period. But the thing is, with the email scandal, it wasn't just a matter of she used a personal emails on a State Department server. She was actually taking charge of the State Department, the responsibility for the cybersecurity on a server that was used for State Department official to start State Department business. Now, I'm not a fan of Sean Hannity. Okay, I don't watch Fox News or anything like that, but he had some good information from other people that I think is very pertinent to this. And what he had on their show was two world-class level cybersecurity experts. And I don't know, you maybe could say they're leaning Republican or they're right-wing, I don't know. But they both said that the chances of Russia and China both have gotten all the contents of her entire server are close to 100%. He says the type of security she had on that server was childlike compared to what the State Department or the official federal government does. And you got to figure she doesn't have the resources to do that, and she wouldn't have spent the money, right? Now, the deal was when President Barack Obama, got on he was candidate Barack Obama in 2008. The deal was that Hillary Clinton would be Secretary of State. That paved the way for him to get in there and be president. That was the deal. Now, it's horrible because now you're really looking at, and actually President Barack Obama must have known all the stuff that was going on with the cybersecurity leaks. But there's something more to this that Sean Hannity didn't get into, or the experts. I don't even want to mention that guy's name because I don't like him too much, even though I don't even know if I could lean conservative, because I think conservatives are mean, okay? I think they're mean, and I don't know what I lean. I just lean common sense, I just think for myself. But I don't, I see like Hillary as narcissistic. I see Mitt Romney as a freaking bag of windbag too. I would take Mitt over Hillary, though. There's no doubt about that. But what we got today is when we got the Hildebeest. That's what it is. And I'm going to get onto this because the implications of Russia and China having the entire contents of that State Department's server are mind-boggling. It's not something that you're going to see happen or to bear the fruits of what the situation's really going to amount to till later on. I mean, they're not going to jump on a bit of information and act on it in a week or a year. But they know a lot of stuff, and they know a lot more than really what the two experts are saying, because it's not, let me get on to what else they said. They said the other thing is, by allowing remote access to a server tied into the main State Department system, it's almost guaranteed that it opened a backdoor porthole into the government's State Department's computer network, and also the entire computer network of the government itself. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to cut right to the chase. This is where I'm making a conclusion from what they're saying, is if they had a backdoor, then if they got the entire contents of that server, like Russia and China's got the entire contents of that server. She wiped it clean for, the investigators here in the U.S. But, the investigators here in the U.S. ought to just get it from Russia and China, for crying out loud. I mean, that's really, that's how crazy it is. But let me put it to you this way. what did we have before this? And, a lot of people aren't making the association. We also had hundreds and hundreds of thousands, the vast majority of Office of Personnel Management files on all government personnel, FBI personnel, CIA personnel, including probably operatives that are working for the CIA overseas, leaked. They put out that story, but nobody in the major media is telling you that it could very, 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 very likely be associated with the Hillary Clinton email server, which two big experts in cybersecurity said that was child's play, the way the security was on it, compared to what the State Department does. They said it's almost 100% likelihood that Russia and China have the entire contents of that server. But also very likely is that it opened up a back door to the entire, and China's not stupid, and as far as hacking into computer networks in Russia, they got some of the smartest mathematicians in the world. They can, if they, that is very likely where this big leak came from on the Office of Personnel Management data for all government employees, almost all of them, including FBI. But you know what's on those forums? You got to give your whole life history, because actually, I briefly worked for a place. It was like it was a military installation, a weapons installation, and I wasn't even like making weapons or anything. I was actually working in the office. It wasn't that long, maybe for a year or something. But when I filled out that OPM form, it was like pages and pages long. It had every single place you lived from day zero, from when you were born, the time frames, every school you went to, all your family, friends you knew 5 years or more, friends you knew 10 years or more, everything about you, every aspect of your background, education, legal, whatever, wherever you lived, everything, any kind of medical history, the whole 9 yards. Now, the whole thing is that since they got that information, that's actually compromised a lot of people in the government, whereby they can use that information to hold it over on somebody for something, or they also probably know everything there is about the CIA operatives in other countries, but they're not going to act on it right away. This is information that you're going to act on slowly over the years. Now, if you see the United States getting whittled down in power, and you think the economic output in the United States is going down per plan and all that, yeah, maybe. But I don't think this was planned. This is something outside even what the elitists wanted. I'm pretty sure of it. This was a Hillary thing. And, actually, this is what burns me up about conservatives in some ways, because usually you get these real conservative, proper, I'll call them cuckolds, they're the type of people that usually, they don't work, they can't pick up a hammer, they can't pick up, a wrench, they can't lift any wood or something. They don't do physical labor. They're usually these cuckold conservative office types. Very often, they have these privileged white bitch, privileged daughters that they send off to college, and this is like a classic case with Hillary. She went to college. She originally was a Young Republicans for Goldwater, Barry Goldwater girl, and then she turned into communist know-it-all Marxist. But on top of it, it's not even the ideology. It's more like this. She's got a narcissistic attitude that it's like she created her own reality, period. I mean, all the way. Like, lying is just, it's a tool. It's not even a lie. It's like, I create my own reality with my voice. That's what she does. And so she says, like, it means nothing. Now I got an account with, she joked about this, actually. Now I got an account that actually, automatically wipes my emails. Ha, ha, ha. But, it wasn't all about deleting emails. That in itself is screwed up. But the security on that server, actually think about it. What the hell? I mean, first off, if you're a person and you're doing this, and say you are the Secretary of State, right? why the hell would you pay major bucks to have all this security on your personal server when it's all provided for you by the government? Why would you do that? I mean, it's not even a cost-conscious maneuver. It's like, you know what it is? Actually, she was doing a lot of things through the State Department. And you figure it out if you're not a dumbass all the way. She was doing a lot of things through the power of her office that she wanted complete control over, where she can, wipe that information out. I mean, there's tons of stuff. I guarantee it. And, all those people she dealt with are now compromised because Russia and China has that information, which they can use that to hold them over a barrel and say, well, we got this information on you because we know we had exchanges with Hillary Clinton that she said this, that, and then everything to do this or whatever. We know you're complicit in this, and we'll release this information if you don't do this for us. That's the kind of shit that's going to be coming up. So it's not even about deleting emails, even personal emails or even State Department emails. It's about, she opened up the whole door wide open to everything in the government, because not only did the China and Russia get the entire contents of that email server that had conducted all State Department business, which tells everybody in the world what the strategies and planning is of the United States government on public policy and foreign policy or whatever. Not only that, but it also opened up the door where they got into all the Office of Personnel Management records. I could see that. I'm the only one making that association, okay? Nobody else is saying that, but just freaking put two and two together and look what you got. For crying out loud, how did this other OPM file cybersecurity breach happen with the FBI files, all the Office of Personnel Management, and all the what do you call it, the CIA? How did this happen? Where do you think? Because these cybersecurity experts, without them saying it, they said that, without them saying specifically, that led to the OPM files, or the Office of Personnel Management files, and all the government employees being breached. They said that it very likely opened up a backdoor to not only the State Department network, but all the government network. So what do you think? This lady has actually killed the United States of America already, without even being president. But you know what disgusts me? There is absolutely no the kind of punishment that should be dealt out to her should be make Sharia law look like nothing. That's what, in my opinion. And actually, the people that still support this lady, they need to get out of this. We need to get them out of this. They need to get out of this country. Period. Because this isn't about supporting a woman. This is not a woman. This is the Hildebeest. Man. This is and it's like, oh, it's a big joke because she's the most evil, and that means I got power and I'm a woman. Well, hey, you know what? Hey, Attila the Hun was a guy, so we're going to have Attila the Hun? How's that? Murder, rape, pillage, and plunder? We could say Attila the Hun, and I'm supposed to say, oh, Attila the Hun's great? That's exactly what any woman does that supports this Hildebeest yo-yo. I know most women don't support her, but I mean, it's just like the diehard supporters are like, Hey, it's not a joke, man. And actually, speaking of murder, rape, pillage, and plunder, this information they're going to be sitting on it, Russia and China, for a while. It's like totally destroyed the security in the United States. Totally, completely. And Obama, I don't even know where this guy came from, man. This guy is working with the communists, for crying out loud. I mean, it's been that way since, I don't know, day one, including with Hillary Clinton. You go all the way back to their college days and all the stuff they were involved in. It's like, yeah, maybe this all is deliberate to the max. But in a way, I don't think it actually is deliberate with Hillary Clinton. She's that stupid. She is that stupid. She's like so freaking up in the clouds. And, yeah, she could talk and all that kind of shit. And she can say, like, oh, yeah, I can deliver a nice speech, do nice enunciation. But she creates her own reality. That's the situation. This lady's already killed the United States. She's already freaking sent it down the hill. Now, the only way it's going to change, It's not even a matter of just punishing her. And I mean, you know, the way it should be punished is anybody that knew what the hell was going on, it should be, I mean, worse than what Sharia law would do. Hey, I mean, these people are all for Sharia law. Valerie Jarrett's for Sharia law. Obama's talking about it. You know, Huma, whatever, the girlfriend of Hillary, they're all for it. Hey, man, I say there's got to be some worse punishment for her than that, even. But not just her. Everybody around her. Not everybody. All of them. I mean, it's like, you can't be playing games with this shit, because you know what it's coming down to? It's coming down to the big S word. Survival. These parasitic leeches are freaking allowed to freaking continue, because this lady, you know, if she goes away, you still got all the crap that was around her that supported her. You know, if that's not going away, it's got to actually be uprooted completely. It's not a joke, man, because it's coming down to the big S word. This isn't politics. This is called survival, period. And that's what it's coming down to. It's not a matter of, hey, oh, yeah, her emails. Yeah. No, it ain't her emails. She gave the whole freaking State Department's computer, basically, to Russia and China. Bimbo did not freaking have it secured right, because there's no capability in the private sector to do that, period. And, you know, being that she's so cheap, she won't even pay woman interns $1. You know what I mean? They work for free, right? You know that she's working for women's rights? She defends a freaking rapist. She goes, she accepts millions and millions and millions of dollars from Saudi Arabia that give lashes to the women that are victims of rapists. Yeah, she really cares about women, right? I can't believe women freaking support. Most women don't support her, but the ones that do are beyond freaking repair. I can tell you that right now. They are definitely beyond repair. There's no doubt about it. But it's a matter of survival. It's going to have to be a matter of uprooting not just her. And, you know, they talk about the Clinton regime, or what? Not the regime, or the legacy, or not the legacy. What the hell is it? You know, like when they have a long-standing family. They haven't been around that long. You know, it was Billy Bob Clinton from Arkansas. You know, he was, and you know, I didn't even know this too. You don't even think I'm full of shit, but I didn't even know this. I knew I was like my great-grandfather was the illegitimate son of a duke, but I didn't realize what duke it was. It was Edward, man. It was King. I'm the same freaking lineage as Bill. I got the same bullshit stuff. He's got it, supposedly. That's supposedly he had the same way in. I got the same lineage as him. Shit, I'm not related to her, though. I'm glad of that. I'm glad I'm not related to her. Holy shit. But anyway, so just want to tell you, man, this email scandal is way the hell more than you believe. It's unimaginable. The whole State Department, I got to say it again, man. I didn't say, repeat yourself. The whole state, it's freaking crazy, man. The whole State Department server, 100% of it, is in Russian and Chinese hands. Not only that, since they said that very likely it opened up a back door to the entire State Department network, and that could open up a back door to the entire government network, very likely, and I'm making this association, nobody else, that all the OPM files and stuff that China got, from the Office of Personnel Management on the FBI, and they're not even telling you probably everything. They probably got everything on everybody. It was probably where the hell you think it could have came from? I mean, look at it. Where was the breach, the gaping wide hole? It was in Hillary Clinton's email server. Privately freaking owned. Holy shit. We're doomed, man. We're doomed unless we go into survival mode. I'm serious. So this is not a joke. This is not a drama video. And this is not a joke. And this is not something to get people riled up. But, well, you probably should be riled up somewhat. But I'm telling you, man, this is not a joke that's going to go away. It's not like, oh, it's done. Let's just go on to the next thing. You haven't seen what this is actually going to imply years in the future. And you're not going to even know exactly what it's going to apply years in the future. All you know is that since you live in the United States, she compromised the security of the United States as an aggregate in every respect. We're screwed, man. We're screwed. So the big mode is survival mode. I'll just leave you with that. This is not a joke.